This is Costello and daughter Iris. They are broke, real broke, eviction broke, ditching the cab fare broke, sleeping on a friend's couch broke. This is Selby. We're introduced to him as he's leaving prison. Before he leaves, his cellmate Mason puts the squeeze on him to pay his protection debt now that he's a free man. Selby moves back home with his wealthy mom, Allegra. Costello is scrambling for a place to stay for the night. She's been avoiding all of Selby's calls and texts. Costello, with Iris in tow, stops at the apartment of her friend Gloria, but Gloria isn't there. Gloria isn't the most reliable person. Selby stops by Iris' school and fronts her a little bit of money. While trying to buy goods at a convenience store, Costello's debit cards all get declined. The dude behind her, Brett, notices her struggle. He catches up with her and they discuss her situation. He offers her and Iris a place to stay at his apartment, but after checking it out, and more importantly, after checking him out, she declines. After not being able to get a shift at the peep show gig, and the homeless shelters being full, shit is getting thick and time is running out on Costello. Finally decides to meet up with Selby in a men's bathroom. She interrupts him servicing a client. We get a brief history of the pair. Costello is a wannabe writer. Selby somehow fucked up her life. He was in prison for almost beating a man to death in defense of Costello. He gives Costello the money that he just earned from his client. Costello tells him to stay away from her and Iris. She gives Gloria another try, but she's still not at home. It's getting dark. Costello takes Brett up on his offer, but we're all adults here. Brett wants some ass. Brett crosses the creep threshold and Costello locks herself in a room with her daughter. She calls Selby for help. Selby arrives and jacks old boy up. He takes Costello and Iris and breaks into their old apartment. The police will show up the next morning and re-evict him, I suppose. Costello is back at one of her hustles, working at the peep show. A journalist, Sophie, shows up and asks Costello for an interview for the papers. Costello rebuffs that idea, but agrees to write her own story. We get a scene of Gloria apologizing to her dad for her outrageous behavior. Other than not so comic relief, I'm not sure where they're going with Gloria. On a play daddy and daughter day, Selby takes Iris to his gambling hangout. All of these years away, Iris thinks Selby was taking care of his mom instead of being in prison. They return home to Costello working hard on her newspaper opportunity. One big happy family right there. Costello has a job cleaning for a bedridden client, Lenny. Lenny was a peep show customer before he was banned. In an interesting exchange, Lenny beats the bishop while Costello cleans his apartment. Quite a unique fetish, right? Richard, a photographer from the newspaper, arrives at the peep show to take photos of Costello for the article. He's amused. She's not. The next morning, Selby shows Costello the newspaper article with a check out this shit look on his face. It's a hack job. Sophie the journalist took Costello's story and reformatted it as an interview. Costello is worried that Iris will see the article and become upset. Later that night, after getting fired from the peep show gig, Richard the photographer shows up and tells Costello that he's sorry about what happened with the newspaper hack job. Richard takes Costello on a date, a bad date. Selby crashes it. He goes from low-key insulting Richard to high-key insulting Richard. But since it's been a minute since she's been in it, Costello takes Richard home for some playtime. But see, what had happened was, it was over for Richard before it began, if you know what I mean. Selby's cellmate Mason is out of prison, and he's demanding his protection money. Selby takes him to Mommy Allegra and begs for the money. She writes Mason a check for $20,000, even though he was asking for $30,000. She throws Mason out and also tells Selby that he has to go too. Don't feel too bad. She's casting him out to one of her other homes in a different city. Costello is visibly shaking when she gets a card in the mail from her mom. She visits Lenny again to pose for nude portraits. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Selby tells Costello that he's leaving town. She shows him the letter from her mom. Selby tells her she's not safe there. I'm guessing that Costello's mom is a gangster or something. Selby asks her and Iris to leave with him. They do. They gone. The show is entertaining enough. It's not afraid to tell its story, and it doesn't seem like it's going to hold back any punches. From the first 3 episodes, I'm not sure where it's going though. The last episode seems to be a reset. That cuts out about half the characters that we've been introduced to, like Gloria and Lenny. So the question is, do I want to watch episode 4? Well, I want to know if episode 3 was a reset, and if it is, where are they going from here? In addition, I'm hoping to find out what the deal is with Costello's mom. So based on that, I'll give the show another 30 minutes, but it better be a great 30 minutes. I'm in.